listening to Lech Wałęsa. A moment to remember. Last night, I sat in an auditorium and listened to Lech Wałęsa, the former president of Poland, Nobel Peace Prize recipient, and the man many credit with helping to bring down communism in Eastern Europe. He is now 82 years old, but still vigorous, still sharp, and on a lecture tour across more than 25 American cities. I went out of curiosity, but I left inspired. The moment of sitting in that room with him, hearing his voice, his humor, his seriousness, stayed with me. He's a man who changed the course of history. It's easy, decades later, to forget how unlikely Wałęsa's rise was. He was an electrician in the Gdansk shipyards who dared to believe that workers could organize independently of a government controlled by the Soviets. Against all odds, he founded Solidarity, the first free trade union behind the Iron Curtain. He was jailed, threatened, and surveilled, but he could not and would not give in. His courage and persistence inspired millions of Poles, and eventually the world. In 1990, when he was elected as Poland's first freely chosen president in half a century, the improbable had become real. What separated him from others was not just his courage, but his ability to galvanize ordinary people. He was not a general, not a scholar, not a billionaire. He was one of them. He made people believe they had power, and in believing, they acted. What's his message for today? Wałęsa was not just speaking about history last night. He came with a pointed message for his American audience. With humor, with candor, and with conviction, he reminded us that the United States is still the world's superpower. And with that comes responsibility. His plea was simple and direct. America must not sit back. We must proactively engage with the world's problems. Whether it's authoritarianism, war, climate, or threats to democracy. Because if we do not, the values we cherish may be jeopardized. Why did this resonate with me? I felt a chill listening to him. Here was a man who lived through oppression and risked everything to change the trajectory of his nation. And at 82, he is still urging action, not complacency. I could not help but think of our current world, a time of uncertainty, polarization, and rising authoritarianism. Perhaps what struck me most was how he blended humor and moral seriousness. He joked, he teased, he laughed, but beneath it all was steel. That combination is rare. It reminded me that leadership is not only about policies or positions. It's about presence, authenticity, and conviction. As I walked away from the lecture, I thought about how easy it is to dismiss our own role in shaping the future. Wałęsa stood on a shipyard floor and dared to imagine something different. He showed that courage and responsibility are not relics of history. They are choices available to each one of us every day. Sitting in that audience, I realized his message was not just for nations, but for individuals. We cannot sit back. We cannot let the issues we care about drift, whether in our communities, our families, or our nation. Leadership and courage are demanded of us. Lech Wałęsa reminded me last night that the world can indeed change because one person believes and others follow.
Be sure to subscribe to Meandering Musings wherever you get your favorite podcasts. For more about Neil Peterson and to read more Meandering Musings and travel essays, visit meanderingmusings.net. Tell your friends about Meandering Musings and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.